Hey everyone, Melissa Wick here. This yoga class is 30 minutes long. It is great to do any time of the day, but especially in the morning to get your day going, to energize, get your heart pumping, work up a bit of a sweat, connect a little deeper to your breath. This practice specifically has an emphasis on opening the hips. So get into something comfortable and let's get started. It's always nice to practice with two blocks. They're great assists to help you go deeper into a pose to keep alignment. If you don't have two blocks, that's okay, or at least one block. One block take to the top of your mat, the second block keep close to you, just by your side. And we'll start on our backs with our knees bent. Have the block, one block close by. If you don't have one, that's okay. And take your feet wider than your hips, so maybe as wide as the mat, and let your knees fall in to touch. So constructive rest. Your hands could either be on the ground, palms up, your hands could be on your stomach, maybe one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, wherever is natural to you. Keep the collarbones nice and wide. Closing the eyes, take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale through the mouth. Gently close the lips. And let your breath be natural here. Giving yourself this moment to arrive onto your mat. Letting go of your journey to get here. Letting go of any expectations you have for your practice. And allow yourself to drop into your body. And we'll start to cultivate the breath, deepening your inhales and deepening your exhales. Finding your own rhythm and pace. As you inhale, feel your belly expand and your chest rise. As you exhale, let the chest lower and the belly soften. Just take about 5 more deep, full breaths here on your own. And I invite you to keep this quality of breath throughout your practice. Let it guide you and let it assist you in staying present. And so you can start to walk the feet about hip width distance apart. Take your knees in towards you. You can interlace the fingers. You can either rock from side to side or you can be still or in a circle if that's more beneficial for you. Good, and then take your hands on each shin and start to separate the knees any amount. Keep the weight heavy in the hips, keep the shoulders relaxed. Come back to center. Place your feet flat on the mat. If you have a block, you'll grab your block, press your feet into the ground, lift your hips up, and then slide the block, maybe on the lowest setting or the second setting, your choice. We're still warming up. Slide it under your tailbone, that bony part. So it's not on your low back and it's not on your bum, right on the bony part. If you don't have a block, that's fine. Keep doing as I'm instructing, just without the block. Take your right knee in towards your chest, interlace your hands around your right shin. Let your left heel go long. Now if you're on the block and you feel pain in your low back, maybe take the block out and just work your way into it over time. Feet are flexed. Keep the hips level. Notice if the right hip wants to hike up. As you breathe in, create space. As you exhale, soften. If you want to add in some ankle rolls, you can do that as well. Okay, take your left hand to your left hip bone, start to draw that right leg out to the right any amount, keeping the hips glued to the ground or the block. Tune in to any sensations. Good, come back to center, and then with care and control, just switch. Left knee comes in, interlace the hands, feet flexed, ground the hips. Inhale, create space. Exhale, go deeper. Find your rhythm. Relax your jaw. And take your right hand to your right hip as a reminder to stay grounded. Open the knee, left knee out to the left. Being sweet with your edges. And then take yourself back to center. We'll come to Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet touch. You can stay on the block here if you have one. Let the knees fall open. Hands could be on your hip bones, maybe your stomach. And just take a few breaths here. Good. Take your hands to the outside of your legs, gently close the legs. Plant your feet on the ground, lift your hips up, slide the block out. Take your knees in towards you, hands behind the kneecaps. You can start to rock and roll. If that doesn't feel good on your spine, you can just come to your side and lift yourself up. Take your block forward and we'll come into tabletop. Spread your fingers wide, wrists under your shoulders, knees hip width distance apart. We'll keep the toes tucked under and we'll make our cat-cow dynamic. So on the inhale, we'll drop the belly, lift the gaze, open up your chest. On the exhale, we'll round and curl, and with control, take the sit bones up and back to down dog. And again, inhale, take the knees down, continue the inhale as you lift the gaze, front extension. Exhale, knees lift, round and curl, downward dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, round and curl. Stay in your down dog. Cultivate the breath. Inhale, come forward to high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Point your toes. Inhale, tops the feet down, let your hands hover, lift the chest, squeeze the blades, open up the shoulders, head in line with the spine. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Inhale, back body is engaged, pubic bones grounding down, pinky sides of the toes down. Exhale, lower. Inhale again, lift. Exhale, lower. And this time you can place the hands down, elbows in, inhale into maybe a more deeper cobra, chest open, shoulders back. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes underneath. On your inhale, push through table or high plank. Exhale back, downward dog. Bend your knees, look between your hands, walk or step or gently hop to the top. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Belly is drawing in. Inhale, rise, let the arms rise up in front of you, your heart leads. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, both arms lift. Exhale, right arm down, side stretch to the right. Inhale, both arms rise. Exhale, left hand down, arch over to the left, collarbones wide. Inhale, both arms lift up. As you exhale, we'll fold, leading with the heart, slight bend in the knees, come all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank, pause. Belly button draws to the back of the spine. Reach through the heels all the way through to the crown of the head. A gentle puffing in the upper back. Good, shift your weight slightly forward. On your exhale, hug the elbows in, lower halfway, chaturanga. Pointing your toes, inhale, upward facing dog, heart forward and up. Heels of the hands draw back. Kneecaps lift. Exhale, belly button draws in, downward dog. Big breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, right leg rises, three-legged dog. Open up your hips. So stack open the hips, shoulders stay square, knee becomes the highest point. On your exhale, knee towards your chest, round and puff up the back, core is on. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot through between the hands, your left knee will come down. Right ankle in line with the right knee, arms lift, low lunge. Tailbone draws down, scoop it forward. Good. Take your hands down on blocks or on the ground. Frame your right foot, tuck your left toes under, power up the back leg. As you inhale, energize the heart. Find that front extension. Exhale, shift it back, right leg is lengthened. Right hip draws back. Inhale, bend your right knee, lift the heart. Exhale, shift it back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, back. Inhale, bend your right knee, move your blocks aside. So your right heel's drawing back, left toes forward. When you feel stable, lift, high lunge. Cactus the elbows, dip your left knee down, open up your chest. Inhale, rise, lengthen. Pause here. Take a breath in. On your exhale, torso comes forward, your hands come through. Squeeze the shoulders and the triceps. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, take your arms down in the inside of your right leg. Heel toe your right foot out to the right. And keep your toes forward. Now you can stay right here with your leg lengthened. You can take the left knee down if you need. You can take your blocks under your forearms. Come down. Or you can come on your forearms all the way to the ground. Your right knee is hugging into your shoulder. So choose your path today. Right heel draws back, left toes forward, keeping it dynamic, feeling your inner thighs magnetize towards one another. Stay with your breath. Soften any expression on your face. Good. Come back to your hands. If you're on your forearms, your right toes are going to fan out to the right. You're going to slightly bend your left knee and then step your left foot beside the left hand. So toes out, heels in, malasana. You can sit on a block here. It's always helpful. Feet are flat on the ground. So if you need to lift yourself up a little higher, you can do that. Hands in prayer. Triceps towards the inside of the thighs. And then notice if you're caving your weight on the inner arches. See if you can make the weight even on the feet, knees in line with the toes. Soften the shoulders, find length in your spine. Releasing your hands, sit your sit bones, or lift your sit bones, heel toe your feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift, cleanse. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit back as if you're sitting in a chair. Draw the belly in, and then try not to have any curve in your spine. Hug the shin bones back. Broaden the collarbones. Inhale, rise, lengthen. Exhale, hands come down. One cycle of breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, lead with your heart, slight bend in the knees, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank. As you exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway or to your belly, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale back, downward dog. Big breath in. Let it go. Good. Refine. Glide the shoulders down the back. Chest reaches towards the tops of the thighs. Relax your neck. Keep the upper back broadening. Push through your palms, your sit bones reach up and back. Inhale, left leg rises. Good, and then bend that top knee, open up the hips, make this feel good. On your next exhale, take your leg through, knee towards your chest. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, gently step your left foot through between the hands. Right knee comes down. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana, arms lift. Tailbone lengthens down, find that scooping forward here. Good, take your hands down, maybe you find those blocks again. Frame your left foot, tuck your right toes under, power up the back leg. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, shift it back. Flow here with the wave of your breath. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, come forward. Blocks aside. And then stabilize here. When you're ready, high lunge. Lift. Good. Cactus the elbows. Gently let your right knee kiss the ground. Open up your chest. Inhale, rise. From here, take your torso forward. And then take the arms through. Squeeze the blades and the triceps. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, take your hands down on the inside of the left leg. Heel toe your left leg out to create some room for your chest. And then your left knee is hugging into your left shoulder, left toes forward. Lizard pose. You can stay right here and find the lift in the heart. Your right knee can come down if you need. Maybe you come down on your forearms or forearms on blocks. Lots of options here. You want to really listen to your body. If you feel sharp pain, you've gone too far. Good. And stay with your breath. Maybe one side feels different than the other. Good. If you're on your forearms, come back to your hands. Take your left toes out to the left. Bend your right knee. And when you're ready, you can step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Malasana. So you can take the same variation, staying in the center, palms touching. If you want to open up with a twist, take your right fingertips out to the right. Your arm stays connected to your right leg. Left arm opens up. Let your collarbones smile. Soften the shoulders. Create space in your spine with your breath. Release. Left hand to the inside of the left leg. Right arm opens up. Twist. Come back to the center. Plant your hands down, lift your sit bones, heel toe your feet back under the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit back. Squeeze the glutes, belly button draws in. Feel that fire. Get low. Inhale, lengthen, stand tall. Exhale, hands come down. One cycle of breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, fold, let your heart lead. Inhale, halfway lift. Last flow, plant your palms, step back. As you exhale, lower halfway, elbows in. Point your toes, upward facing dog. Open your chest. Exhale back, downward dog. Big breath in. Exhale out. Right leg rises as you breathe in, preparing for pigeon. Exhale, knee towards your right wrist, right ankle towards your left. You can slide that left leg back. Make sure that left leg is in line with the hip bone. Take a look. Now you can use your blocks here or a pillow to slide something under your right glute if it's not connected to the ground. Or another option is you can take that right glute down and let your left knee give out to the left a bit and bend it. You can do that as well and fold forward that way. It's a bit of a softer approach, which is perfectly okay. If you feel any pain in your knee, come onto your back and take a figure 4 shape instead. Maybe use a block for your forehead, or you can stack your fists. Go inwards here. Good. And then from here, we'll start to take our hands onto the ground. We'll take our right sit bone down onto the mat. Swing your left leg around and cross the left leg to the outside of your right thigh. So your hips are, or your sit bones are on the ground. If they're not, lift yourself up on a block. Or if you don't have a block, extend your right leg forward. So your left foot's planted on the mat. Left arm comes behind you for support. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, you can either hug your knee in or you can hook your right shoulder to the outside of the left thigh as you twist. So inhale, ease off. Exhale, find your twist. Shoulders are open. Torso is stacked over the hips. Use your back hand to support you. Slowly unwind. Take your counter twist to the other side. Good. Come to center. Boat pose, Navasana. Draw your legs together. Glue them together. Slight lean back. You can have your hands under your kneecaps. You can let your toes hover. You can have your shins parallel to the ceiling. Open up your chest. Glide the shoulders down. So strong back. Your lower root is on. You can let your hands go. Palms open. Make sure you're still breathing. You can extend your legs. Know that the longer legs you have, the harder it is. There's more weight. So that's good. More challenging. And if you're shaking, that's awesome. Getting stronger. Moving through blocked energy. And we'll cross the ankles. Lift your root. Take your hands forward. Come back to downward dog. We'll go right to the other side. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, pigeon, left knee towards your left wrist, left ankle towards the right, but you can keep it bent quite a bit if that feels better. Slide that right leg back. Check to see it's in line. Maybe here you take your left sit bone down and bend that right knee out to the right a bit if that feels better for your pigeon. Or slide something under your left glute, a block or a pillow. When you're ready, you can fold. And just do a little body scan here to see where you may be transferring some of your tension. Sometimes we shift it to our shoulders or our jaw. And see if you can just soften that with your exhale. And really enjoy this space. And from here, we'll start to take our hands to the ground, slide any props away. Left sit bone down, swing your right leg forward and around. Right foot comes to the outside of the left thigh. Take your variation. Maybe your left leg extends straight. Both sit bones down. Right hand behind you. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, hug or hook your left arm. As you inhale, ease off on your twist. As you exhale, go deeper. Keep your chest open. Slowly unwind, take your counter stretch. Come back to boat pose, Navasana. So you can do the same variation that we did before, strengthening here. If you want to play a little bit, take your arms on the inside, peace fingers and thumb hook around your big toe. And when you're ready, find something to focus on, find your balance, and we'll start to extend the legs. Okay, so you want to find length in the low back and then open up your chest. Proud chest. If you roll back, that's cool. I do it all the time. Just come right back in. Good. If your legs are extended, just draw them in and we'll release. Plant your feet down, knees bent. If you have a block, you can take it down with you. Slowly roll yourself down, curl your tailbone forward, each vertebra lowers. Release. We'll come into one inversion. So if you have a block, you can take a restorative inversion, slide the block under your sacrum, and you can lift your legs up and take this inversion. You can just stay with the knees bent, maybe try a different setting. If you don't have a block, you can also just lift your legs up or find bridge. Interlace your hands, walk the shoulders in. Okay, so make this your own. Just tune in with yourself and see which one would serve you best. We'll just be here for about 5 deep breaths. Good, wherever you are, with lots of care and control. Slowly come out. If you're in bridge, roll down, upper back, mid back, low back. Take your feet wide. Windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Release the hips, release the spine. One last shape before Shavasana, happy baby pose. So take your legs in, arms on the inside again. You can take the outer edges of the feet with your hands. You can hold on to your shins or your ankles. Just keep the sit bones and hips heavy and the shoulders relaxed. You can also take peace fingers and thumb to your big toes again. You can stay with the knees bent, or if you want to sway, you can do that, or you can bend one knee, bend the other, make this your own. It's as if you're squatting against the ceiling. Your ankles are in line with your knees. Gently release. Come into a tight ball, knees in. Give yourself a hug. Draw your forehead and nose towards your knees. Come into the tiniest seed possible. Maybe even give your knees a kiss. Thank you, thank you. And release out into Shavasana, your final resting shape. So maybe give yourself a gentle sway and wiggle. Shimmy the shoulders in closer, chest open. Take a breath in through your nose. Exhale through the mouth. And you can close the eyes. And rather than just checking out here and drifting away, see if you can use this time to go deeper into your being and really absorb your practice and your efforts. And if you have the time, please try to stay here for at least 5 minutes. Give yourself the gift of exploring inwards and exploring the space of stillness. Namaste.